Alright, so this video is going to quickly explain how to hardwire your radar detector, in this case a ValentineOne. You want to do this if you don't want to have a wire hanging from here all the way up here or wherever you're going to mount your V1. So quickly for this application, it's going to be a 2012 Genesis, but this concept works with pretty much any car. So in this particular case, I have it mounted with suction cups on the windshield up top because that's recommended on the V1 website to have it as high as possible. I'll have all the products I used in the description so that you can just click them and buy them like that. So this one is a Hardwire Kit. It plugs right into the side of the V1 and it's actually a nice braided line. So the way that you run it, all you got to do is run it underneath the headliner here. All you have to do really is pull this back a little. I use the squeegee to tuck away the wire so that it's hidden. So you run it all the way down to the passenger side A-pillar. So this has to come off. The way this comes off, this little clip here, this cover is clipped on. So all you got to do is unclip that. There's a bolt that holds, one bolt that holds the entire A-pillar up. So that comes out. Just for the sake of this video, I'm not going to take this whole thing out, but little quick tip, make sure that your hands are clean or you have some gloves on, because this material loves to absorb dirt and oil, so that shit is not easy to get out. So this comes off, you run the wire all the way around to here. There'll be existing airbag wires and stuff underneath here is where I zip tied the V1 wire to so that they're all nice and tidy. So after that, you run down the wire all the way down here, open the door. You're going to come out to the side fuse panel. I'm going to open it up just for the sake of this tutorial. I'm not going to take this entire piece out, which is what you want to do because it'll make it a lot easier to run the wire from the A-pillar down, fish it through all the way to this fuse here, which is what you need to get. It's a add a circuit or add a fuse. It's like $7 at AutoZone. So you find one of these blank fuses that don't have a fuse in there, so it gets power whenever you turn the accessories on. That way your V1 will have power when you have accessories on. That way you don't have to wire up a switch or anything. So it is the fourth one down from the second row from the right. So 1, 2, then you want to count 4 fuses down. That's the fuse that you want. I already tested with my multimeter. That gets power whenever you put accessories on. So you want to get one of these add a fuses, stick 2 10 amps in there, stick it in there like so. So after you wire this up to the positive end of the V1 wire, you want to hook up a ground, obviously, and it's not very easy to ground this in the tight space that you have. So like I said, I do recommend you take this entire piece out. 2 reasons. First one, it'll be easier to fish through your wires, and the second is to gain access to that bolt right in there. This is the hardest part of the install, is getting to that, so you need some extensions and some swivels to get to that, and some really skinny fingers. So you get the kit that I have came with I don't know if you can see that, a terminal, like a half ring terminal. You get a ring terminal, take that bolt out, stick the negative ring terminal in there, and then stick the bolt back in, and then you'll be grounded. and then all you want to do is zip tie the wires, hide them all nice and neat, make them fit, and then put this piece back on. When you put this piece back on, this is going to give you a hard time, this felt weather strip gasket thing. You want to get a squeegee and stick it in there while you put this in, just so that this doesn't interfere with your clips on the other side. So let's show you how this works. So car's off, V's off. Hit accessories on, loads up, gives it power, and boots up.